with that. I think a support's going to be better. I have to admit with.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, I have to. Yeah, I think it's going to be better to be really disciplined on Friday. I do think though, like if I miss this move, right, let's say this 15-minute candle does break up and starts to come up, then I'll look at the fact that, okay, well, that made sense, and next time we can look at that. But like, yeah, I would agree, because just looking at this whole area, what we're buying into, I know I'm a big advocate of, like, this candle here, it created that, that clean
Yeah,
pathway, but at the same time, this whole area is massive mess. Do you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
it's difficult.
yes, and it does look like we're already reacting to it, because if we look, this 30-minute, it closed below this area.
Yeah,
So the only way we'd maybe break through this zone is we need a support form. That's what I'm thinking. I think if I see a 15-minute candle close back in our direction, that maybe might do it, but we'll see. Because even this 15-minute, it literally closed right below this area.
yeah,
So it can continue moving up, but at the same time, I'm just like, yeah, we'll see. I still, yeah, we'll see. Morning, everybody in the YouTube. But if it does continue moving up, as this candle was coming down, that was a really good opportunity to get a really small,
tight stops.
yeah. But I'm just, I'm not gonna take something that I'm not confident in on a Friday, because let's start with the daily time frame here. Because on Friday, if the daily is gonna come up, if the daily candle is gonna come up, it's probably gonna come back up to this resistance. So what is this? This is like 50 pips away, right? So let's go to the 4-hour time frame. So looking at the 4-hour, creating some support in this area. Yeah, see, if we're gonna come back up, then we should come back up to 137,500. Ooh, around this area. But then again, maybe because the 4 hours in a downtrend, it's doing a retracement to form a resistance, maybe around 137, 100, 060, to continue moving down. Because looking at the 4-hour, it can continue moving down. It did not respect this zone as a support. So maybe this is like a liquidity wick on the higher time frames, and maybe we're going to continue down to like 136, 550, 500. Look at the 1
Yeah,
hour.
because look on the 1 hour now, it looks like we have made a low, and
We have
if
made a
we
low.
go to the most recent area we broke out of on the 1 hour, we could be creating some resistance here.
Yeah, see, we did. Okay,
Possibly.
so yeah, so this 1 hour candle almost looks like a big retracement candle, and now we're back at this this area here. Yeah, I think this is going to be a very important area. Because if we start to form a resistance, this is a previous support. So yeah, I definitely think this is a strong level. So if anything, for sells, a close back below this area, then we have a clean move to correct this bullish. See, this is what I think may happen, right? You know how we always talk about the fact that London may push it up and then pre-New York pushes price back down. So I'd be happy for, it to just consolidate above this area maybe. And then with pre-NY volume, we start to close back below this area, and then we have a clean range to fill. So we'll see what happens there. Morning, guys. No Greg this morning.
Not sure who's in. Just us two.
Yeah. Oh man, I was so tired. I was so tired last night. I just went
in
a bit
trade.
really early. Yeah, man. I was just
Yeah.
like, nah. I need a good night's sleep. Do you think the gold will move up since dollar week today? Let me check out gold. I haven't really looked at it. Oh, looks like it's broken out of this range. Well, yeah. I mean, if the dollar's weak, and gold is breaking above structure, then I think, yeah, there's a very high chance it should continue moving up to. Let's do some fresh because this is a new zone. This is an old zone from yesterday. Let's look at the daily. Yeah, daily is still respecting bullish market structure right now. It's very difficult, but let's look at the 4 hour. So yeah, 4 hour came to this support. It respected this support area. So this is a strong level of 1899, 700, 800. This is a strong level. It's also closed above this minor 4 hour resistance. Looks like it did a retest to continue moving up. I think if it's going to continue moving up on the 4 hour, we have clean traffic to this area over here. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame. So even looking on the 1 hour, looks like we did like some form of fake out over here in the Asian session to close back above this support at 1904 to continue moving up. We also have broken above this area here to the left hand side. So when we go to the 30-minute now, yeah, it makes a lot more sense. It makes a lot more sense. So right now we have this breakout. So I think if you're waiting for some buys on gold, you know, maybe wait for a support, something like that, wait for a retracement, because stop's going to be pretty big around this area. You know, this is like a 27 pip candle. If we measure this range is 60 pips. So if you get a buy down over here, you're going to be able to have a much bigger range than, you know, buying up over at the high here. So I definitely think gold should continue moving up. And then if you're saying that the dollar's weak, then it makes complete sense to continue up to 1913. It's going to be good. And if it can continue pushing beyond that, then we have further clean candles to like 1918, which is a very strong level. So yeah, I think a support's going to be better, but we'll see what happens. How's your trading week gone this week, everyone? Yeah, my trading week has been very good. It's probably the best week of my trading career so far. Really kept losses small, winnings obviously bigger than the losses, which is what we want. So yeah, it's been a pretty good week. I think there's GDP news in 22 minutes. Let's check it out. Forex factory. What we got? Okay, we got like PMI news. Yeah, it's gonna reflect some, you know, it's gonna reflect some health of the pound. There's some euro news as well. Oh, there's already been the euro news. Let's check out the euro actually, because those numbers were positive. Couple numbers were positive. So we'll see how that affected the euro. Ooh, so it's pushed the euro bullish over here. Let's do some fresh analysis on EJ. Check out DJ quick. So, I mean, we could really see this area as a zone, really, because, okay, let me think about this range is just not big enough. Yeah, see, the thing is, if this range was big enough, if we, say, got a candle close, you know, back above this zone, it's going to be much safer buys, right? Because then we're closing back above a key support level. But right now, we're still below its support. Man, if you got in on that like retest candle, it would have still just nearly secured some profits there already. But yeah, I'm gonna take it nice and easy. It's a Friday, remember, you know, and I know I've had a good week so far, and I'm not gonna want to throw that away on the last day of the week. Especially if you've had a good week. That's the worst thing that you can do is, you know, look to go harder on the last day, you know. You got to really take it easy. I mean, yeah, I'm going to see if we can create some resistance here, something like that, maybe. But we'll see. We'll see what's going on. But let's check out Euro JPY. Starting off with the daily. Looks like the daily came down to this support area, currently retracing. So maybe it's going to pull back, but it's a Friday, so maybe not so much movement. Now looking on the 4-hour time frame, it's kind of tapped into this support, starting to, you know, retrace again, like we said. But it does have an area on the 4-hour of some issues. So this is a 4-hour resistance, a previous support. So for price to continue moving up, this 4-hour needs to, you know, break above this area here at 123,900. Now when we go to the 1-hour time frame on Euro JPY, we can see that this was a previous support. So this is a strong level over here, and now we're coming back up to this area. So if we neaten this up as well, we can see that this was the support where we literally tapped into over here, and we done a retracement. So that was in the Asian session. A lot of volume in the Asian session for the euro. Oh, and at the same time, you know, we've broken out of this minor consolidation range, really small consolidation range, but the 1-hour candle has continued to push up. Now when we finally go to the 30-minute time frame, we can see that, okay, it kind of broke out of this resistance to left hand side. And we also had this support area here as well, and then we can kind of bring this down a bit. So yeah, I think if we neaten this up a bit more again, yeah, I think if we're going to look for some buys on Euro JPY, I think a support above 123.885 is going to be the best bet, you know, because then we have this clean range to fill. We have a whole range to fill. Maybe this area is an area to like secure something, but the whole range should get filled at that point. Because right now we're still in a downtrend. We still made a lower low. So technically speaking, a resistance over here is going to be better for price to continue moving down. So we'd need to see a candle close back above a buy zone, and then we have like an 18 pip range, and then there's like, yeah, maybe like 10-12 pip to this area here, which is the point you want to secure something anyway. So right now, I don't think the buys, I think buys over here made sense, but then, you know, it's counter trend, so you had to look at that. So yeah, that would have been a pretty nice move. Stop would have been below the previous 30-minute, 8-9 pips. So yeah, that did make sense. Obviously it's a breakout, a counter trend breakout, something that I've done a lot of looking into, and you know, so I have to look at that. GJ, ooh, nice. So I do kind of want to see some rejection here. Is going to be good, even if we get like a yeah. Ideally, I want to see a rejection, because then if we start to come back below this resistance, I'm gonna be very happy to and confident to take a sell, you know, because then we have this low to get retested. We're in a downtrend, you know, so overall, we're gonna maybe wait for the trend to get back in our favor. Will the PMI affect GDP JPY? Yes. If it's pound news, it should affect the pound. I mean, it's medium impact, but again, these sort of with how sensitive at the moment, you know, what global economies are, I think, you know, people are looking for you know, like positive signs of recoveries in all areas of economic health, right? Whether it be unemployment or you know, PMI or retail sales, whatever it is, you know, these events now more than ever are probably really important, you know, because while the countries are locking down and all these restrictions are coming into place, you know, investors want to see signs of improvement. You know, it's important for them if they've got investments into you know, the pound or whatever it is. So yeah, definitely important. Yellow folder stuff, I kind of really just think shouldn't really make that much of an impact, but medium folder maybe. And right now I think it's very sensitive, so yeah, I definitely think it's gonna it's not like a red folder where GJ could go wild, you know. It's not like an NFP or anything like that where GJ could go crazy. Obviously I know NFP is not for GJ, but you know what I mean. It's not that volatile. It's not going to be volatile, but what it may do, it may push price in a given direction. You know, with the news coming in, it may be positive or whatever. So they are expecting better numbers. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. That may be the, you know, why price may continue moving up to 137,200. If the news is good, it's going to be the reason it's going to push price up. But I'm still waiting over here. See what happens. You know, no rush. It's a Friday. Friday's a day for reflection on the week. Oh wow, FTSE pushed up, so maybe something positive. Should we check if there's any like Brexit news or anything? What have we got? So we've got something about the euro. So German private sector. So rise in manufacturing output. So maybe that's why the euro pushed bullish, right? So we can look at this and we can say, in confluence, you know, the fact that they're saying, you know, rising COVID cases, and they're seeing now that the manufacturing in Germany is strong. So obviously that's a major part of the euro. You know, Germany is a major economy in the eurozone, so that's pretty good for the euro. So maybe that's why it's, you know, initially pushing up, and then, you know, euro's in a downtrend as well. So any sort of resistance or stuff like that, maybe that initial push was just that optimism based on that news, and then maybe we're going to see a correction. Not sure yet, but we'll wait. And it looks like GJ is pushing up, so I was looking at buys on this retest sort of area down over here, but I was like, you know, pretty skeptical coming into this kind of consolidation right now. So yeah, definitely happy missing this. Not even a drip of sweat missing this move, you know. Morning foe. Morning everybody. Yeah, Kelsey, you're not gonna believe this, right? You know, we were saying yesterday, I keep getting these. Oh,
the spam.
Yeah, look at this comment.
Yeah.
Look at this comment I got. Look. I don't know if you guys can see this, right?
Oh.
Look at the top. No,
Oh,
being
wow.
serious. Look at being serious. I got 014 chat adult 18 online. A guy called Richard put this on my man. Every day I wake up. Look, every day I wake up. Hey, thanks for the great advice, but I invested with an expert broker and I was able to make profits the last 2 months. Mr. Donald Jones, amazing strategies. Oh, don't ever make the mistake of believing. Man, every day, look. Every
Wow, look at
single
all
day,
of that.
there's
Spammers.
spam. Oh, it is getting on my last nerve. I mean, this one, I woke up to.
That's weird.
Like, yeah, but it's a guy called Richard. Chat adult online. Man, I need to get in touch with YouTube and say, YouTube, you need to block those spam. I don't want that crap on my YouTube. You know what I mean? You know, no, there's always one that could actually fall for it and be like, do you know what I mean? Click on this guy, be like, oh, this guy made 10 grand, and then,
yeah,
you know, I don't want to get the blame for that because it's advertised on my page. Well, it's not advertised, but so yeah, it's just pretty annoying. It's actually getting on my nerves at this point.
The only thing you could do would be block comments, but then you want people to comment on it.
No, I delete them, but then I've given up because I'll delete it and I'll see it's purposely come back on to re-comment it. So I'm just like, and I've reported it. I reported it to YouTube. I was like, it's spam. You know, I'd clicked on the like report thing. You know, like
YouTube are useless.
Yeah, look, if I go here, I don't know where. You have to maybe click on it. Yeah, look, he's actually sent a link for a
link, yeah,
for a adult chat line. No, I'm gonna report this.
They're gonna get weirder and weirder.
I know.
Pornography.
It's gotta be, man. Sorry, Richard, mate. Richard, you gotta be reported. Can't have that. What do you mean?
The thing is,
If
they're
we
making
find this content to be in violation, mate, the guy's put an adult chat line on a Forex
on
Trading
Forex
YouTube. I'm actually might email them and just say, get this crap off my YouTube, man. It's getting on my nerves. Okay, see what gold. Ooh, gold's flipped bullish over here. So let's see, go down to a 15-minute. Yeah, looks like it's creating some liquidity over here to continue pushing up. So I think gold should continue moving up. If it does do a retracement, obviously that's going to be better, but we'll see over here. Euro JPY is kind of reacting to this area right now. Yeah, we can see dollar is weak because UJ is bearish. See, this is a good example. So you see how actually this is a pretty good example over here. So you see how we're in a downtrend, right? Over here, and then this is the range, and then we get a breakout to the upside. And when I say like I want to see a close back below this area for price to continue moving down. Well, I know it kind of consolidated here, but here's a good example of it came down, closed back in this range, formed a this kind of like resistance, then formed a resistance here again to continue moving down. But I think this is obviously like during the Asian session. So but yeah, had this been in a volume time, it would have just done this move back to the support. So that's a pretty good example there. Looks like GJ maybe is reacting to this area, which is going to be pretty good because I'd like to see some form of sales below 1936 136 930. Was Euro news good? I think so. I think it was pretty good. There was like some positive stuff about Germany PMI, and then we go to the calendar. Yeah, it says it was pretty good. It's GJ's what? No, 5 minutes to the pound. Yeah, like it had some good numbers. I think overall Germany had good numbers for manufacturing. So manufacturing was good for Germany. Can't remember what flash means. God, I can't remember what that means. That was good. I think it was at around what they was expecting, but it seems to be that it was good news because it pushed the euro up anyway, pushed euro bullish. So yeah, probably good news. Maybe they're expecting the pound to be like similar, because if we kind of like, I suppose. I know Germany's got a big manufacturing, but I suppose in general then maybe the pound manufacturing should be good. But they are expecting good numbers. They are expecting better numbers, so maybe that's why the pound's pushing up now. I don't know. So right, let's get some music on here. So I'm gonna go make. While we wait, I'm gonna go make a cup of tea. Nice cup of tea. Anybody watch the election debate last night? Probably less funny than the last one, but yeah, who watched the debate last night? Biden crushed it. It's like GJ is rejecting this area at the moment. 30-minute candle could close like a weak bearish candle. Yeah, looks like it's rejecting this area, which is going to be good. Yeah, this is why I was very skeptical of this zone. Very skeptical of this area on GJ. Looks like it's trying to close bullish, maybe. Let's see, I'll wait for this candle to close, and then I'm gonna. In fact, yeah. Let me wait to see how the candle closes. We'll see how the news comes out, and then I'll go make a drink after that. Got like 10 seconds over here. Euro's continuing to push up. So GJ closed a weak bullish candle, but it closed below this area here. Closed below this support. So now let's see how the numbers came out, and let's see if we can put some confluence between the two numbers. Taking a minute. Okay, so we got that one. That one was slightly better. So the manufacturing was less. It was less than the forecast, but it was slightly better than the previous. So see how they take it. Oh, and that one was worse. So the flash services. Let me look. So above 50 indicates industry expansion, below indicates contraction. Okay, so this was above, so it was good, but it wasn't as much as they was expecting. So maybe GJ is gonna come, yeah, maybe it's gonna push price down. So if it does push price down, one or two things: we could either wait for a support at this area, you know, and then we have a high to retest up over here, or at the same time, maybe we're going to correct this bullish move and we're going to continue moving down, you know, because looking at the daily is bearish, and the previous daily candle closed bearish. I was just looking at the fact that there is a chance we can continue up to, you know, retest the high points, but somewhere in here we need to see a big rejection to continue up, which it depends. If this 4 hour starts to, you know, come back down, then there's a chance this 4 hour candle is maybe a liquidity grab to continue down. But how long has it got? It's only got 28 minutes left, so I don't know if it's going to do it. We'll see. 1 hour looks like it could create a strong rejection here, though. That's one thing I would say, you know. So if the 1 hour is creating a strong rejection at this area, it is technically creating that resistance, you know, for price to continue moving down. So at that point, yeah, I definitely want to see a close back below this area. I think if we do get a close back below this area, I think we're gonna have a good day here. I think we're gonna be able to take a sell. Man, we got a clean range to fill back down to support. So man, we could have a really good day here.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. Getting out close, obviously, as a resistance, and then break that level, that support there.
Yeah.
Because then that makes the buys invalid, doesn't it?
But there is still a little bit more waiting involved right now. You know,
yeah.
There is still a little bit more waiting, because we could come to this area and create a support. So we don't know yet. But if we get a close back below this area, that's the point at which I'm like, okay, well, now we should correct this bullish move from the London session. And, you know, this candle here is 25 pips, so that's going to be a good good enough range to take a sell. So we'll see. Let's look at it from a 1 hour perspective for the minute, because I want to see this 1 hour candle close, you know, like a rejection as it is, and then we're going to be a lot more confident looking for some potential sells. So yeah, so while we wait, let's let me go make a drink and I'll leave you guys for a minute. So I'll be back in a sec. I can see us heading down on GJ. Yeah, I can see us heading down, but again, we need to break below this area for me. You know, back below this area is going to mean this move up was, you know, a fake out, and then a correction of this bullish move from the London session will be good. So yeah, I'll be back in a sec, guys.
Look into my eyes and don't be shy. Feel the music in your blood tonight. Feel the rhythm in my bones. What do you say? I don't know. Nah, I can't hear you out, yeah. Follow through the mellow, I can show you the right moves for you. Move your feet, come on and dance with me. Till that is all you wanna do, eh? When everyone has gone and we are on our own, till then I follow roads that never take me home. But if you find me there, oh, I'll show you where there ain't no lies. Oh, just look in my blue eyes. I can't help it, but for some reason I feel so alive tonight. Just let up, it's alright. We can just dance out all night. I can't help it, but for some reason I feel that I need you more now. Am I wrong, or can I feel our hearts connect as one? When everyone has gone and we are on our own, till then I follow roads that never take me home. But if you find me there, oh, I'll show you where there ain't no lies. Oh, just look in my blue eyes.
think that's pretty. if you're wondering what's happened, so am I. The computer that we have running our news from time to time took off and went wild. So what we're going to do is start over from the top.
What's going on, guys? We're back. I'm back. Okay. 30-minute hasn't quite broken this low of the previous 30 yet. No top wick. See what the 15 minutes doing. Okay, so the 15-minute candle did close bearish, but it closed with no wick to the top. So, I mean, if anything, okay, that's good. That's pretty good. I'd like to see, yeah, I do want to see it come down, to be honest with you. I was looking at the 15 minute. I was like, okay, well, if this 15 minute, you know, respected this low and then came up and broke the high, then there's probably very high chance we're going to come up, fill this wick, and then continue up to 137.200. But now the fact is starting to break down, you know, breaking lows, and then on the 30 minute it's also breaking the low. I think at that point that idea is not going to be good, but yeah, they're probably not. Yeah, okay, cool. So just a bit more waiting involved right now. But yeah, I think it was good to be cautious of this area. I was saying to Kelsey before the stream, just as a, you know, like a learning lesson. This whole range is a dirty range, and I know we had this one candle, you know, that kind of cleared the path, but at the same time we're in a downtrend. And when we're in a downtrend, you know, price needs to maybe come up to previous supports to form a resistance. So I was very skeptical of this whole zone, you know, and yeah, this is the reason why currently. So I think a good sell is going to be back below this area, and then we should correct this whole bullish move coming up. And I think we're going to have a pretty good day here today if that happens. But if I miss the move, I am willing to accept that I miss it. You know, it's the last day of the week. Okay, I don't necessarily need to take a trade today. Just only if something I'm looking for presents, then I'll execute. If it doesn't, then I won't. And it's as simple as that. You know. So how's everybody's week been? Hope you've had a good week. You know, it's the last day, right? And if there's anything that, you know, you guys want to ask, or any advice or anything like that, you know, now's the time to ask. Because if you've had a bad week, you know, you need to really reflect on what went wrong and how you can, you know, improve for next week. So right, let's check out what EuroJPY is doing. EuroJPY is trying to continue moving bullish over here. Probably will reach this minor resistance. Let's look on the 15 minute. Yeah, there was maybe the opportunity for an impulse over here, but then the range is probably not going to be too big. If that was GJ, yeah, no, not good enough. If that was GJ, it would have probably been like 15 pips to this range. Gold. Oh, looks like gold did continue moving bullish. So nearly reached that target over there. Looking on the 15 minute, yeah, kind of like generated this liquidity over here to continue moving up. So gold's pretty good. What's GCAD doing? So GCAD's trying to do some form of fake out over here.
It's just like ranging today, really.
Yeah. I think better is going to be sells below this area, 1.716, 1.71660. That's going to be good because we're in a downtrend as well. And then that would mean that if this, okay, so I see this a lot on pairs in general. So if we're in a downtrend, right, we're in a downtrend, and then you get like a range, you know, like this, let's say this is the range, and then you get like an impulsive move up, and then it gets corrected and it's a fake out. Usually that means, you know, having the fact we had this whole bullish move and now we're in this new downtrend, we should, you know, break below support and then continue moving down to correct this full move. So we'll see what happens with GCAD, but
yeah, I've been caught out in that a lot before when I haven't paid attention to the trend and it's broken out, but yeah, not today. Don't like that.
So we'll see what kind of happens with it anyway. So GJ should be dropping. GJ's dropping, which is good. So hopefully this 30-minute, right, can close below, and then if I can maybe see like a minor resistance formed, you know, below 136.930, man, we're gonna have a good day here today. That's gonna be good. I want to see a resistance right below this area here. You know, because this was a previous. Look at it like this, right? Okay, let's do some analysis based on the 15-minute. Let's do it nice and in yellow. So you got to think, right? This was the impulsive move, the buys, right? This was the impulsive move. Then we broke above this resistance, and we formed a support. So where there's an area of support, right? If we close below, at that point we're like, okay, there's a much higher chance we're going to continue moving down, you know, correct some of this move. But at the same time, because we've you know, created a high over here and we're coming back down to a support, I would want to see a minor resistance formed below this area, and then I'm going to be a lot more confident that price is going to continue moving down. Because remember, the 15 minutes a weaker time frame confirmation. So even if this 15-minute and the 30-minute closes below, the next 15-minute can, you know, come back above this range. So that's why I want to make sure that we get maybe like a minor resistance formed here, and then there's going to be a much higher chance it should continue moving down to fill this range here at 136.700. And if it does that, I'm going to take my last trade for the week, and we're going to have had the best week I've had in my trading career so far this week. You know, the whole psyche now is so much better with the 2 lots. You know, my psychology trading the 2 lots, I'm way more comfortable with it, you know. So it takes time, you know. And then November we're gonna bump it up to 3 lots, you know, and November is gonna be hopefully a good month. December's a little bit slower, you know, it's Christmas. So we'll probably bump it maybe back down to 2, just chill out, take it easy. And then January we'll come back, new year, and we'll see what happens from there.
New year, 50 lots.
No, 100 lots.
100.
But no, I reckon by next summer I'll be trading 10 lots. That's the goal. So this summer I traded 1 lots, and I said this time next year I'll be trading 10 lots. Hopefully.
Yeah, I think it's good. Like the way you're doing it, if you're going up lots and you have a good month, you know, keep upping it. And then if you have a bit of a troubled month, then you can just like put the foot off the pedal a little bit and go a bit smaller.
Exactly. Exactly, you know, because too many people, they say, oh, I had a profit of a week, you know, I traded 1 lot, and then they're like, cool, now let's go to 2 lots. Where I'm like, okay, well, I want to see how I do in a whole month, you know. I want to look at my whole performance over the month, and if I'm profitable over the month, and I've had a good month, and I take it week by week, I really manage risk, and I can see that, then I have the confidence to say, okay, I can increase it. You know, too many people rush that. And you saw, right? You've seen since I've started trading penny lots. You know, I really started from the bottom, and really built that psychology up from the bottom up. You know, really built that confidence from the ground up, and it's been the reason why, you know, the progress has been at I think a good pace. You know, some people might be slower, some people might be quicker, but keeping it at a steady pace. And it's almost like, it's like when you go to the gym, you know, like you can tell when the weight's too heavy. You know, you can tell like, oh, like that weight's just too heavy. If I bump it down one more, I can get more reps. You know,
exactly.
So it's not always about it's not about trying to have 5 lots compared to 1 lot. You know, you don't have to be someone who's like, oh man, this guy's trading 5 lots, I'm still trading 10-cent lots. It doesn't matter. If you're profitable in a 10-cent lot, I respect you more than the trader who can show me losses with 5 lots. I promise you that.
Even if you go back on your page, like 6-7 months ago, you were trading 0.1s and 0.2s. So it just shows you how quickly you can, if you stay disciplined, grow an account.
Exactly. But you know, in terms of like growing the account, you don't have to necessarily like, you don't necessarily have to like compound the account. It's not about a competition like, oh, I took a £500 account to £2,000. Is the fact that when you're starting off with that 500, if you can get it to £600-700 or dollars or whatever, that gains that you've made is your evidence that what you're doing is working. So then you just want to keep doing that, and then as you make more, you're like, okay, now I can just increase that risk by a little bit. You know, I can just I'm doing the exact same thing, it's just a different number now. You know, so you just want to get to a point where you're very systematic with what you do, and then all it is a different number, and all you got to do is adapt to the psychology that you're just trading that little bit extra in risk. You know. But yeah, 100% what you're saying, Kels. And I know you're trying to adopt that same approach, which is why I think, you know, it's going to work really well for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, obviously over time, as I feel more confident, I will up my lots. But it's no rush. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Still learning.
Exactly, mate. So how long we got for this 30-minute counter to close? We've got like 2 minutes left. It's closing above this area currently, but we'll wait to see where the candle closes. What's going on, Liam? How's it going, my friend? Yeah, thanks for dropping by. Appreciate it. In fact, Liam would be a good. That's Liam. If you fancy it, next Friday, you can come on as a guest. If you're around, that's a good idea. We'll get Liam on as a guest. So we got around 1 minute left for this candle to close. 15 minutes coming down. Pretty good. Pretty good. So this looking, I see. I like waiting for things that I'm anticipating is gonna happen. This was a good rejection of this area If we look at the 30 minute, it's trying to close back below this resistance, which is good. 15 minutes coming down, so pretty good. So, you know, as I said, it's a Friday, so if I get a minor resistance formed here, then it's going to be good to take a sell. But if the next candle does come up, I mean, there's a possibility, but yeah.
Like get in on the top wick or something.
I'm just thinking, you know, the stop's going to be smaller on the 15 minute, but at the same time, I don't want to rush. And as you can see now, the 15 minute candle and the 30 minute is maybe coming back above this area, which is going to mean no confirmation for sells yet. Yeah, so it did close above this area, so right now there's no confirmation for sells. No confirmation for sells, because we could necessarily form a support here, you know, because price has made a high. So if a support is formed, there's, you know, 80% chance price is going to retest the high. But if it does drop, it does drop. It just so happened that it... Okay, I think this is going to be... If it's going to drop, then I'm going to let it... This is what I'm going to do. You know, what other people do is up to them. But if it does drop, I'm going to let it make its low, do a retracement, and then hopefully we can catch that sell to continue moving down. Because if it does just drop, then... Like, it is what it is, I suppose. You know, I can't.
People struggle finding an entry as well.
Yeah. Plus the fact I wanted this candle to close below. It didn't close below. It didn't close back below this area. So I'm not gonna risk anything while it hasn't necessarily closed below. So if we get like a 15 minute candle closing below, and then we can get a minor resistance formed, like I was saying, then that's gonna be. I'm gonna be way more confident ending the week with a trade like that, you know. The last thing I want to do is take a stupid trade on a Friday and, you know, potentially ruin some hard work. So yeah, just waiting. Plus, I don't know, this 30 minute could, you know, wick down and then come back and close back above this area. We don't know, so there is still waiting involved. There's definitely going to be more waiting involved, but that's okay. But, you know, if we look on the hourly time frame, hourly did create this nice rejection, so we'll see. I think at this point, you know, we should continue down to retest the low, but we will see.
If it is going to drop, I mean, the only way you could have really caught that was in that 15 minute when it closed with no wick to the top. But then it's quite a weak confirmation, especially where it was at as well.
Yeah, the only other, it would have had to have been like maybe an impulse on the break of this low, but then, you know, it's pretty risky for a Friday. So yeah, no, just gonna wait. 4 hour bullish, and this candle can be wick to continue, so it's important to wait. Exactly, you know, because if price was going to continue moving down, this 15 minute and the 30 minute should have closed back below this area, but it didn't. So we don't know, this candle could come back up, and you're right, you know, there's no at the moment, even though it's coming down, like I say, there's no real confirmation for sells. But if we do look at this 4 hour candle, okay, it does look like to me that this 4 hour push up was like a liquidity grab to potentially start to drop, and then we should reach this zone here, right? This is what I'm thinking, because, you know, we're in a downtrend, right? And this was our previous support on the 4 hour, and this was almost like the retest, you know, this was a support. Candle broke down, never did a retest. This was almost like the retest of that area, and then it looks like maybe this 4 hour should maybe pop down, and then once we start breaking below this kind of support area since, you know, London Open, then I think we should continue down and then tap within to this liquidity zone over here that we can see. But we'll see, because I'm waiting for this 30 minute, because if the 30 minute, you know, closes at support at this level, you know, there's a chance the next 4 hour could, you know, wick up again into this zone before driving down later on in the day. So we don't want to anticipate a move too early. You know, we could easily come wick back up into this zone and then start to drive down on the 4 hour time frame. If we go to the 1 hour, we're gonna be able to see a bit more information as well. If we go to the 1 hour, so yeah, looking on the 1 hour time frame, once we start breaking below this support, we'll probably finish off within this zone that we were talking about in the 4 hour time frame. Plus, this 1 hour hasn't created a top wick, so that's what I'm saying. You know, it's right now both buys and sells I'm skeptical of. I mean, buys, you know, there's no range. Even if the 30-minute closes above, there's no range because price failed to break above this area, so they're like 12 pips away. So the only trade idea I see is a sell, but I want to see a minor resistance formed below 136.930 to execute on that idea. Otherwise maybe sells below, you know, 136.700. But then it's a Friday. If this was a Wednesday, Thursday, I'd be like, yeah, it sells below this area is going to be good. So if we go to the 30-minute, if we can get like a minor resistance form, we should fill this next range over here. You know, this next range. And then if we measure this range, yeah, not really a big range actually. So yeah, I think a minor resistance on the 15-minute is going to be it, and if that doesn't happen, then that's it. No trade for me today. 4 hours sort of rejected, but still no top wick on 4 hour. Need to be careful. Yeah, definitely need to be careful. The 30-minute didn't close back below, so technically there's no confirmation. So yeah, I would agree with that. Right now I'm pretty skeptical until I see a retracement, a resistance at this area, and then continue moving down. Would you ever consider impulse entries? I do take impulse entries, but only with things that I've seen happen before and something that I'm confident taking an impulse entry with. But I wouldn't advise it for beginners. But I know there's people that would have taken impulse entry over here. I know there is, but that's up to them. But you know, there was no confirmation, so again, you know, these entries are risky. They are very risky.
No Michael this week either.
No. Yeah, he was supposed to come on.
Maybe next week.
Yeah, I'll drop him a message.
Yeah. I haven't actually spoke to him at all. Like, barely.
Yeah, he messages me maybe every few weeks just to like ask a couple of questions or
check in.
Yeah, but it's gonna be good to try and get him on the stream, because then he's gonna see, you know, what happens, what we do in real time, and how you know, because I don't think he's a new trader, and you know, he doesn't understand yet the art of patience. I'm not saying he doesn't understand it, but obviously we sit here for, you know, 3-4 hours. We may not even take anything, you know, and I don't think he's quite experienced that yet. So
yeah,
once he starts experiencing that, that's where he's gonna get in better anyway, because then you're gonna understand how long you need to wait for something you want to see happen,
and actually like plan it out while it's happening as well.
Right, let's check out gold while we wait on GJ. Gold is doing a retracement. It's pretty good. So again, if you're looking for further buys on gold, you want to see like a support form, the minor support for gold to continue moving up. Looking at GCAD, so it looks like the 30 minutes going to continue down to this support, and then once it breaks this support, we have clean candle to left hand side, so I think it should correct that further move, and then that would mean GJ should continue down as well, especially if CAD is weak, which looks like it is based on the current trend. So let's check out Euro JPY. Looks like Euro JPY rejected this area, but just because there's one bearish candle does not mean that it's a sell, right? So you would maybe want to, here's the thing, I've seen this, right? We have this big bullish push, and if the euro is strong and it's going to continue moving up, it could break this high and fill this zone. But if this was like GJ, it'd be a nice impulse entry, but because it's EJ, it's not a big enough range. But here's a good example of an impulse entry, which I think could work out, but if it was GJ, it's something I'd look at. So people think just because they got one bearish candle that means that it's created a resistance to continue down, whereas I'm looking at the fact that we've got strong bullish momentum, and then if this candle here can break the high of the previous 30 minute, then it should fill this range over here. That would be a good idea, what's the word, example of a impulse entry. But I'm not sure if that was GJ, I'd be like, yeah, that should work. But Euro JPY can be a little bit different at times, but we'll see. We'll come back to that. So 15-minute candle's got 4 minutes left to close over here. It's not going to be taking a sell as this candle closes, because the 30-minute candle hasn't closed yet either. So the only way, again, is I want to see a resistance formed here. That's the only way I'm going to look for a sell today. But guys, as you guys are trading gold over the next few weeks, you want to be really careful with gold, because it's going to start to become a little bit more volatile with, things like the elections in a couple of weeks. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see what happens there. Okay, let's wait for this 15-minute candle to close on GJ. What's with the depressing song? See, those of you who took sells on this impulse, going to be back in drawdown in a sec if this candle flips. Yeah. So as you can see now, the 15-minute candle is retracing. The last 30 seconds, the last thing you'd want is this 15-minute candle to flip bullish. It means there's a much higher chance for the next 15-minute candle to also go bullish. Okay, so the 15-minute candle closed bearish. It closed below this area. But remember, the 15-minute candle is a weak time frame confirmation. So I'm still going to be waiting for a resistance to be formed. So, yeah, still waiting over here. Take it nice and easy on a Friday. Looks like Euro JPY is creating a support on the 15-minute time frame. So that exactly that. So the fact that we're creating a support on the 15-minute, I think a break of the high of this previous 30-minute candle, and then I think Euro JPY is going to continue moving up. I think you're going to see a nice, should see a candle, you know, come up something like this. Build this range over here. Once it breaks this high, then you're gonna get that confirmation for that. But no execution from me on that one. So see what happens on there. GJ, just keep an eye on the 15. I mean, even if it drops now, I'm still comfortable missing these sells, you know, because the 15-minute now is a weak time frame confirmation, right? Based on the fact that the 30-minute is still open, you know. So this is where this 15-minute candle is a weak confirmation, because the 30-minute is still open and the 30-minute hasn't closed below, you know. So until we see the 30-minute close below, that's the only point where I wouldn't, like, okay, let's put it this way. While the 30-minute hasn't closed below, there's no way I'll be looking to take a trade based on the 15-minute. When the 30-minute does close below, that's where I can look for entries based on the 15-minute, because the overall 30-minute time frame has given me the confirmation. As you can see now, the 15-minute is coming up. It's trying to break the high of the previous 15-minute. So I don't think a sell right now is going to be a good idea. What would be nice, right? What's going to be good is if this 15-minute candle can close below this area pretty weak, and then if the next 15-minute can come down and break the low, there's a much higher chance price is going to continue down, fill the wick, and then come to our, you know, target area. But right now, yeah, no sells. And in fact, if you look at the 30-minute, it's flipping bullish. It's flipping bullish. And maybe it's going to mirror this candle. If this candle was just a retracement candle, you know, because the news wasn't great for the pound, right? So clearly this was the impact from the news. It pushed price down, and then, you know, maybe if a support is formed here, then this was just a retracement. Yeah, as you can see now, price is coming up. So those of you who took a sell based on the 15-minute, much weaker time frame confirmation. Sorry, Sergio, I didn't see that you were trying to enter there into the Zoom. My bad. I've let him in now. Oh, look at this 15-minute. Yeah, so the 30 minutes coming up. So I think at this point, price is just ranging. You know, obviously this was the high that was created, but there's no range left. No range for price to continue moving up. Well, no range to take a buy, really, is what I mean, sorry.
Looks like the 4 hours like filling the wick up now.
Yeah, it could do. It could come up through this wick, but then again, you know,
Could
we have to
reject
look
it.
how it reacts at this area again. You know, it could wick up, tap into this area again, and then start to drive further down. If we look at the 1 hour, 1 hour needed to create a top wick. So, yeah, I mean, I still think for overall direction, there's a little bit more waiting involved. Will a buy be valid when the 30-minute on GJ closes above 136.940? Well, that's up to you, but you have to look at, okay, you have to measure your range, right? I mean, let's say the candle closes as is. You have to look at the range, and if we measure the range, we have a resistance 8 pips away. You know, we have a resistance 8 pips away, and your stop loss is going to be around 12, 13 pips, you know? So if you think about it like that, that's for you to weigh up whether you think a 13 pip risk is going to be worth only like an 8, 9 pip, you know, target. And then you have to also think about you got spread as well. So yeah, I think that one. So yeah, basically this range is not big enough, you know. If you're going to look for better buys, it's a bit messy, but some support above, you know, 137, 200, I think is going to be good. 4 hour had no top wick, so it was weird. Yeah. That's why I said, like, we need to wait for this 30-minute counter to close, because if the 30-minute can close below this area, then there's going to be a much higher chance for price to continue moving down. But right now, you know, it wicked down, and then I said, you know, as long as there's a minor resistance, it can continue down. But this candle here was a weak confirmation, and this is why this candle is coming back up in the range. Got the buys as we rejected and expected 4 hour, 1 hour to create top wick. GJ will fly today. That was the last retracement of the day. Nice. I think a good. I mean, again, it'd have been risky, but an impulse entry, maybe a break of the high of the 15-minute. You know, expecting price to continue up, but yeah, I'm not gonna complicate it because that was also pretty risky because the 30-minute is still open. So yeah, for me, I'm just sitting out of this, and then we'll wait to see, you know, because we still could get like a break back below this area, and then we can continue down. This is just maybe the 4 hour creating some top wick or whatever. So we'll see. I'm not looking for buys yet. It's a possible setup. Okay, let's check out this chart over here. Check out your chart, Charlie. Okay, GJ 30-minute. You have resistance, support when this candle closes. If price makes a support possibility for buys, more buys above here. Yeah, I think your buys are gonna be. See, the only issue I have about buys at the moment is this range is not big enough, really. I mean, it's better than this range. So this range, I would say, is a no trade range. I would personally, in my opinion, obviously that's up to you. But for me, I would write this range off. You know, you think you got a resistance here. We've already rejected over here. Stops pretty big now because of this whole rejection wick to the downside. So it gets difficult at that point. You know, buys above this area is going to be better because you have a much larger range. But at the same time, you know, it's still counter trend. You know, the whole market structure on the 30-minute looks bearish. So I don't know yet. I'm very skeptical of buys in general at the moment. So yeah. But yeah, I definitely think within this range it's probably not going to be a good idea. That's what I think that's the best thing to say there. Looking at the 1 hour, it was a pretty strong. Oh, what's happened there? Why is it freezing on me? Stream not lagging, is it? Why is it doing this? Oh, why did I delete that? I need that. Oh, screw it, just do this again. Don't know why it's acting weird. What is going on with TradingView right now? What the hell?
I don't think mine's loading up either.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Just tried to refresh and it's like just loaded.
Is it doing this as well? What you seeing now?
Yeah, just swirling. Yeah.
Oh, how strange is that? Oh, there we go. Is it loading up? Well, it's not my internet. I've got full bars right now. Ah, you better have deleted all my zones. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah, see now there's definitely no range for any buys, you know? Yeah, looks like just a little internet issue there. Yeah, right now there's no buys, there's no sells. So what did I say this range was? Yeah, see, this range is better. It's like 15 pips, but I mean at the same time, I think maybe it could get up to here. Like if it's gonna fill this whole range, it's gonna be a little bit better because you do have another resistance kind of area here. Because I was just kind of looking at this area as like a previous support, and then we kind of closed back in this range to create a resistance to continue down. So I'm looking at the fact that we had this clean candle, and this is the point at which, you know, price dropped. So I thought, you know, price is gonna come up. This is the area it should come up to. But yeah, right now price is just ranging. Price is just ranging. And as you can see now, Euro JPY broke the high of the previous 30-minute candle, and seeing this nice clean candle now should continue moving up to fill this range. I can predict the future. Seeing if Michael's on the stream, I know he trades EJ, so could have a nice little.
All that, yeah.
So, yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah, I think it's going to continue moving up. If not, even if this candle closes as is, the next one will continue moving up for sure. Euro is pretty strong at the moment. You know, if he had buys down over here, man, his runner would be.
Yeah, on that break, yeah.
Yeah, so I think if people wanted to catch the move, then the break of the high of this 15-minute candle maybe was, you know, the idea, but I still think you know, it's pretty hard to take a trade at all right now, so we will see. Check out gold. All looks like gold created like another liquidity wick to maybe continue moving bullish. Look at the 15-minute. 15 minutes creating a support. So yeah, I mean, 15 minutes obviously a weaker time frame, but if the 15-minute is creating a support, there's a higher chance for the next 15-minute candle to also continue moving up. Let's look at the 30-minute. Yeah, because it's creating like a weak body with a longer tail. So if it can close, you know, like a weak bearish candle, then the next 15 minutes should, you know, continue moving up. GCAD ranging. Yeah, GCAD's just ranging right now. FTSE's continuing to move up. It's creating a support for price to continue moving up. So gold 30-minute closed bearish. Yeah, I think the buyers are a little bit skeptical, but it can continue moving up. Should do. Euro JPY 30-minute candle closed above, so I think this next 30-minute candle should fill this wick and then continue moving up. So let's look at GJ 30-minute closed bullish, tapped into this area. So right now GJ is just ranging. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame, because the 1 hour, yeah, 1 hour is just ranging. See, I think what we're gonna see is maybe something like this candle structure over here. So, you know, like in terms of waiting for the buys, like we had strong bullish candle, hour candle that closed bearish with a rejection, hour candle closed bearish with a rejection. 1 hour tried to create support with a wick to fill up over here, you know, bottom wick as well. Similar market structure, and then looks like it just consolidates for a while, and then we see a breakout later on. So maybe it's going to do this same thing, and then we're going to get some form of push or even down later on. So I think while it's just ranging like this, yeah, I'm not going to touch it. Oh yeah, I remember this day. I remember this. It's pretty hard. This is when those buys, they happen later on in the MY session. What's going on, Jamal? Good, bro. How are you? Charlie, I took buys. Okay, that's up to you, my friend. Up to you. Euro JPY should continue moving up. Check out gold. Let's look at the 15 minute. 15 minutes trying to come up and fill the wick. I feel like maybe you need to see a 30-minute. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe a break of the high to continue moving up. 17 pips. Probably going to be a good idea, but good. Wait, Jamal, you're not the Jamal that's in my group, is it? Or is it? Or you could be another one. As I was saying, I've got a Jamal in the group. I was just thinking, you can come on the Zoom if it's the Jamal from my group. But it might not be. Oh no, it's not, sorry. His name's spelled slightly different. Yeah, see, yeah, I know Charlie, you're in buys, but for me, I think it's just ranging right now. Yeah, no, sorry, I got you. I got a little bit confused there. Because when I saw Jamal, I was like, I'm convinced there's a guy called Jamal in my group. I was thinking, what's he doing in the YouTube? Can jump on the Zoom, but no. Apologies about that. Yeah, I think GJ's just ranging. If anything now, I'd want to see a 30-minute close below this support, and then could maybe get a nice sell. So we're still waiting. We've got like an hour. Oh, Jamal's them. Oh, okay. Fine. Sorry, bro. I get so many. If you guys understood how many DMs I get, it is crazy. And you know what? I'm not one of these people. You know, I know a lot of other guys get a lot of DMs and stuff, but I always try and reply to people. You know, I'm not one of these guys that just. I'm not one of these guys that just like it or open it. Like if someone sends me a nice message or you know they want a question, I'll always give that person a minute or however long it takes to, you know, give them some time out of my day and try and help them out. Obviously it gets a bit frustrating with the amount, but I just do it, you know. I appreciate everyone, you know, who supports what I'm trying to do here, and you know, anybody who gives up their time to come and support me, I'm gonna give them a little bit of my time to help them on their journey. Hello, Hazrat. Sorry if I haven't pronounced your name right, but yeah. So remember, guys, just to remind you, we're doing a giveaway at 1K subscribers. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel. You're gonna win yourself a free magic keys posted right to your door. So yeah, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, HFX, and then you're gonna be entered in. So all subscribers will be entered in to a free magic keys, and then we'll see. I appreciate that, mate. Appreciate that. Yeah, this is like part of the reason why I like doing this. I like helping people, and you know, this game is tough. You know, this industry is really tough, and if I can be there for support for people like, you know, others have been there for me, then that's what life's about. You know, each one teach one, as Denzel Washington says. He's one of my favorite actors, and he said, if you watch one of his speeches, he says, you know, when you get there, pull somebody up, you know, each one teach one, as he says. So yeah, I definitely agree with that. How can you help me? Well, how I can help you, well, it's up to you how you want to be helped, you know. I can be there for moral advice. I can be there to give you advice on trades you've taken. I can, you know, there's plenty of ways that I can help you, you know. I mean,
I want to help yourself first.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. You know, you got to be willing to help yourself. I can't help you help yourself. That I can't do. But what I can do is, if you're on your journey, and when you take them knockbacks, I can help you get back up. I can help you look at your mistakes, but I can't make you, I can't help you put the effort in. I can't help you make those steps. So yeah, no, as Kelsey's saying, that's spot on. You know, it does take a person to want to be helped as well. I mean, what these streams are all about. These streams are here to help you, you know. So if you're in a trade right now, you've got you got what, 43 people here. You got 43 different opinions, obviously on your trade. So, you know, this is what I mean. It's a community coming together to help one another. So I think it's going to be better to wait for gold another 30 minutes. It didn't quite break the high. It's now retracing. If we look at the 15 minute, yeah. So next weekend, Kelsey, for the group, I'm going to be doing a gold simulation from the London session.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll be there.
Now that I've been watching it for quite some time, yeah, I'm going to try and attempt to sim on it, and then we'll go from there. Because when I take a trade on gold, it's like a very small risk. And I only ever take a trade on gold if it completely makes sense. Do you know what I mean? If there's any like doubt, or I'm like, you know, this doesn't make sense, or, you know, I haven't seen this happen before, I avoid it, you know. So right now I just want to keep constantly watching, seeing what happens, analyzing, and then I'm going to start gradually doing some more sims, and then, you know, it's just going to be another pair under the belt. I mean, I used to trade gold and I did pretty well on it for a few months, but it just got a little bit tough. It seemed to just it got harder after that, you know.
Yeah, I think at times it's best to stay away from gold, and then sometimes it can just rally really nicely. So.
Oh yeah, if we go, all right, I'll tell you the time gold was just easy. Like, one of the easiest pairs was this. This whole push up was like, you could wake up and you'll just see all candles printing bullish, and you just take a buy. It was like, it was easy, and I only caught like 1 or 2 trades on it at the time, but you know, I mean, overall, like, when you see gold trend like this, that's when you know. Do you know what I mean? That's when you know that your runners are gonna run. All of these things. So when gold trends is good, but when it ranges, you know, like over here, and kind of what it's doing now, it's just kind of consolidating. Really, it's not really trending. It's got bullish market structure, but it is kind of just ranging. It's pretty hard to trade overall. OcoFX, now HFX, named, run their business. They are scammed company. What is our next step? No idea what you're talking about. I don't know who OcoFX is. I don't know who DelFX is. They are nothing to do with this stream. This is not. Yeah, don't know what that is, mate. Yeah, this is a live trading stream. We do Forex. Yeah, I don't know who they are. Don't know. So yeah, looks like GJ is coming down, but it is just ranging right now. So we need to wait for a break out of this like consolidation range. On the 15 minutes coming down. Nobody get, you know, remember guys, it's a Friday, yeah? You don't want to be always breaking the lows, doing this, you know, just relax. Just chill out. And wait for confirmations. You know, if this 30-minute candle closed below, we're gonna have maybe a good day here today. Are you in any trade? No, not yet. Waiting for GJ 30-minute to break below the support, and then could catch a nice sell to end the week. But it's a Friday, guys. You know, you need to be really relaxed. Trust me, when I was profitable, but I wasn't like very profitable, or when I wasn't profitable, those times, you know, I would be like, yeah, Friday's still another day to make money, you know. But when I changed my mindset on a Friday, everything just made more sense, you know. Just complete relax, and you should already be up for the week, you know. So you don't want to be relying on a Friday to recover those losses. This is Germany and London-based company. Yeah, still, mate, I have no idea who they are, and I'm nothing to do with them. You know, I'm my own entity. HFX Trading Group. So if you're looking for them, you've come to the wrong stream. So 15-minute candle closed bearish, but it closed below this area. 15-minute candles coming down. 30 minutes coming down. Still think there's a little bit more waiting involved. Ideally, I want to still see a minor resistance formed below this area. But we'll see. Let's wait for the 30-minute to close first, and then we can assess from there. So this 15 minutes coming down, it's broken this low of this bullish candle, which had no wick to the bottom. So it does make sense, like, to continue down, but I mean, I'm waiting for 30-minute to close over here. But I'm accepting the fact that if it runs, it runs. Charlie closed his buy position. Yeah. I mean, bro, like, you know, I think, obviously I don't want to be rude to you and stuff, but I think it was a bad trade within this range. And obviously, like, at least you get to learn that for yourself, you know. Price is coming down now. I know you closed a position, which is, you know, obviously good, but I think, you know, a takeaway from this is, you know, really take it easy on a Friday, man. Look, the range was just not big enough, you know. So I think you need to yeah, I think you're gonna need to take a note of that one, you know. You don't wanna make that mistake, you know, because you don't want to let yourself down on the last day on a Friday when, you know, you've had the whole week. You've probably done pretty good all week, and then Friday you don't want to take that losing trade. Because if you take a losing trade on Friday, the last thing you want to do is chase that last loss, you know, because you're like, man, I don't want to end the week with a loss. So now you're chasing back your initial loss on Friday, and that's the worst thing you want to do, because then what happens is, you know, if you start chasing those losses and you take now 2 losses, you're like, oh shit, I've taken 2 losses on a Friday, and now you're like, oh, now you're more inclined to take that 3rd trade, because again, you don't want to end the week on a bad note, and then you're gonna be mad, you're gonna really be frustrated with yourself. Because trust me, bro, I've been there, yeah. And I'm telling you from personal experience, just take it nice and easy.
Tell you what you can do, if you do want to still take positions, but you may not, like, obviously some people they want to take more trades, so just open a demo account and just take these trades and see if they work.
It will paper trade,
and then you're not risking the capital.
Yeah, or just paper trade it, you know, just put the green and the red, and you just say over here I would have closed 50%, or Or if maybe say you've got like a fair size amount, just do like a penny cent lot. Like if you have that real urge, I mean, I don't even recommend placing a trade at all, right? But if you have that real urge and you need some way of just kind of like releasing it a little bit, then just put a penny lot on it. That's it. If it plays out, you earn yourself a coffee. If it doesn't, you know, it's a couple of quid down the drain. But it's better than taking a bad loss on a Friday, ending the week bad, and then just being frustrated the whole weekend, you know? Just trust me, bro. You know, Fridays is a day to really take it easy. But yeah, no, I'm not trying to criticize you or put you down. I just want to, just trust me. When you look back, you're going to be like, why did I do that? You know, why was I making those silly mistakes? Like now I look back at the decisions I made on Fridays or, you know, just in previous months, and I'm like, why did I do that? Why did I just not wait? You know, I would have had a profitable week if I didn't do that. Or I would have had a good end to the week. You know, so yeah, one day you'll thank me, bro. Better management, holding service. Yeah, don't know, mate. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think you're on the right stream talking about these things. So yeah, we're here to do Forex, mate. Yes, makes sense. I would take note. Cool. So still waiting for the 30-minute to close over here. Looks like it's retracing this area. So really just waiting.
I'm hoping that you understand. You ain't the man to tell you in demand. Just pray to God we keep you in the plan. You ain't the man to tell you when it's dark, but I've been on a mission since the day we brought up. Every time we drop it and we know they thought of ways to bring me down, but when they hear don't hear a sound, guess that's the way you gotta act when nothing real has been around.
Morning, Ash. Oh, had a lot of work today. Okay, mate. Yeah, don't worry about it. Hey, listen, it's a Friday, man. Enjoy the last day of the week, you know, and then you can have a nice, chill weekend. A lot of victims didn't know APCO. Yeah, mate. I don't know who these people are. Yeah, if they're scammers, then whatever. You know, nothing I can do about it. But if you want to talk about trading, or you want to ask any questions about, you know, Forex, or you have a chart you want to send in, we can look at that. But I gotta be honest, I'm not really interested in, you know, these other scamming companies. You know, people, you know, they're gonna do what they're gonna do, and it's for people to be aware of it, and, you know, be cautious with their money. You know, that's why I'm transparent. I'm transparent with everything I do. You know, if you go on my website, you'll see everything that I offer the group. So you have examples of everything. You know, you go on my Instagram, you're gonna see examples of everything. You're gonna see charts, you're gonna see profits, you're gonna see losses. That's the most important thing, is you see my losses. You know, people don't really, most of these companies, they don't want to show you their losses. You know, I show losses because losses happen. On a weekly basis, I will take a loss every single week. You know, it's almost a guarantee I'll at least take one loss every week. But that doesn't really matter to me, you know, because at the end of the week, I want to be profitable. So anyway, focusing on GJ, still waiting for this 30-minute counter to close. We've got 5 minutes. Euro JPY did continue moving bullish over here, so we've called out Euro JPY buys, impulse entry up over here. Should be running now about 8 pips up, and then we should reach this target over here for 10 pips profit. So it's pretty good. Gold's still doing a retracement. So ideally a 30-minute candle back in our direction is going to be good to continue moving up. GCAD is trying to break down over here now. So yeah, was expecting, you know, once this fake out happened at the upside, to break down the other way. If we look at the 15-minute, 15 minutes trying to close below. So if the 30-minute can close below, it's going to be pretty good. If we go, yeah, I think a minor resistance over here is going to be pretty good. If we go to the 30-minute, I think Kelsey, in terms of, I mean, I'm not trying to say this because obviously, you know, it's up to you if you take a sell. But here's one thing I will say. It's one thing. So let's say this 30-minute closes as is. Let me just measure this quick.
It's too big, yeah.
The stop's going to be
I'm
too
waiting
big.
for something to form. Yeah.
So I think a minor resistance is going to be better. And if that happens, if a minor resistance does happen, then not only that, you know, we have this 15-minute was your breakout 15-minute. So this high over here should be respected for price to continue moving down at the same time. So I think if you just get like a weak bullish candle over here, and then, you know, a resistance
Break of the low,
or a break of the low, some form of impulse, you know, you could look at this area is like price has no business coming back above.
back up.
So yeah, so let's see what happens. But again, I think going forward as well, I was thinking about what we were talking about yesterday, and obviously, you know, we were talking about GCAD good entries, they don't present as well, and I think that's partly because maybe you miss obviously a few impulsive trades, and I think maybe
100%.
and I think maybe if you start focusing, I think you are at a position, right? You are at a position where you understand the, you know, the importance of waiting for candles to close, and I do generally believe that. So I think you are ready to start really studying impulsive entries, and then that maybe is going to be good on GCAD as well, you know, because impulse trades on GCAD probably happen more than trades where you get confirmation. So
yeah, clearer, yeah.
But I would just say stay away from impulse entries while price is ranging. Look for impulse entries when there's momentum. So like you see here in Euro JPY, this is a good example of like an impulse trade, you know, because we had one retracement candle. Then you can see, you know, more liquidity is being generated. As price is coming up, you're expecting the volume, the momentum to keep pushing price up. Maybe Euro JPY is not the best example, but that trade that we saw in GCAD yesterday was a good example.
Yeah, on the 15, that was when I should have probably got in.
Yeah. So looking at GJ now, GJ is trying to close below this area. So we've been waiting for this, but maybe we're going to miss it. Who knows? You know, maybe we're going to miss this trade. So ideally, again, like I'd want to see a pullback, a resistance form, then I'm going to be much better. Like something like this, you know, see how it pulled back, resistance, but like over here to continue down. Otherwise, I'm happy to miss this sell. Not lose, they are stealing money. Wallet, a lot of money, but can't withdraw. So you signed up with these guys and they won't let you withdraw your money. Yeah, I don't know, mate. Not, you need to get in touch with I don't know, maybe the police or something. You know, if it's a scam, it's a scam, but I suppose you gave your money to them, so it's going to be harder getting it back now than it was handing it out. I think that's just a general rule in life. Just, you know, for people out there, I learned this as well, is that, you know, forget whether this company's a scam or legit. You know, once you hand someone your money, you are going to find it very hard. It's going to be so much harder getting that money back than it was handing it out. You know, whether you're buying off any of these companies, you know, in terms of like their refund policies and things like that, you know, they obviously they don't want to give the last thing they want to do is give money back, isn't it? You know, there's points where they have to and stuff, but in general, it's why you got to be wise with your money, man. Be really, really wise. You know, would you always wait for a retest after the 30-minute candle? It's not necessarily about a retest. I just want to see. So okay, let's say this 30-minute candle closes below, then I'm like, okay, well, okay, let's say it closes below. What's going to be the stop loss straight off the bat? Well, 15 pips. It's doable, but it's not ideal. It's a Friday. Don't want to take a 15 pip loss on a Friday, so probably not the best idea. Now, what I'm going to maybe see is, okay, well, the 15-minute is probably going to be a better idea for an entry, but I'm not going to want to take a sell over here because, you know, price could do a retracement. So what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to wait for a minor resistance to be formed, And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, okay, well then at that point, the next 30-minute candle is creating a resistance. And then the 30 minutes should, you know, start flipping bearish and then continuing down to fill this range. If that doesn't happen, then because it's a Friday, I'm not going to touch it. If this was a Wednesday, Tuesday, I might be like, okay, well, as this candle's coming up, I can get a better stop loss, right? But because it's a Friday, I don't want to take that risk. So anyway, here we go, guys. 30-minute candle has closed below support, something we've been waiting for all stream. I do think there's a very high chance at this point price will continue moving down. I still personally want to see some form of minor resistance formed here, just because I don't feel confident taking a sell right now, like, because, you know, again, like I've been preaching, it's a Friday, want to take it real easy. So what's going to be ideal is like a weak bullish 15-minute. The first 15-minute candle, if it can close weak, then I think we're gonna have a really good sell, you know, breaking the low to continue down, keeping stops, you know, somewhere above this area, and then we're gonna get a much better stop loss. All right, so this is something we've been waiting for all stream, and it's just is what it is, you know. But if price just starts to drop, I mean, yeah, it's just not a lot you can do about it. I mean, that's up to other people. Other people may want to start getting in sells now because they have the confirmations. Other people might want to wait for this 15-minute to flip bearish, and then they want to, you know, really see it start pushing down, keeping stop above the previous 15. There's a few ways of trading this, but just for me, right? Just for me personally, the way I want to see things happen, I want to see a weak 15-minute bullish close, something like that. And then as the next one's breaking the low, or I want to see this 15-minute close bullish, and then if I get a resistance formed. So I have a couple of ideas in my head, but, you know, if people are looking for sells, there's a very high chance now that price should continue moving down.
It does make sense to wait. If you look at the last 30 minute, didn't really have a wick to the bottom and didn't break the previous 30-minute low. So
yeah,
we might need to see that retracement first.
yeah. I mean, right now
That's what
there's 30
I'm
minutes
thinking.
coming back up as well, and you know, people who took sells down over here, they're in drawdown, they're panicking. So that's why I'm just chilling out. I'm just chilling out. You know, if this kind of doing like a retest, that's good. You know, because if it's doing a retest, then it should start to come back down, close weak bullish, maybe even close bearish, and then, you know, we're gonna have we can take a nice easy sell to end the week. I want a nice easy trade with no worries, you know, to take a bad trade on the end of the week. I'm just taking it really easy and just really waiting over here. And if I'm like this, right, if I put this into practice, okay, think about it from my group's perspective. My group look at me as, you know, I'm their mentor, right? And they're looking at me to set an example. So I've got to set a good example of the right attitude. So this is what I want to do, because then it allows them to feel confidence that they don't need to rush either. They don't need to rush into a trade on a Friday. You know, they can take it nice and easy too, and they're going to feel better about themselves knowing that that's how the approach that I would take. So I think that's really important as well. Yeah, you're right there, Imran. Let's get some likes going on the stream. You know, I know we haven't had a trade yet, and it's not always about, you know, calling that a live trade. You know, there's plenty of value just being spoke about. Oh, don't do this again, trading view. What is going on? It's not the internet, because everything else works. Like if I refresh this will work. There we go. So why is it being... Come on guys, let's get this to 1k. We've got 639 subscribers. As soon as we get to 1k, you're gonna get yourself a free magic keys. But man, trading view, why is it doing this? Just have to wait for it to load. It's definitely not my computer, it's definitely not the internet. So it's just trading view acting up. It's probably because they know I ain't paid for the pro version. They're like, ooh, well, if we keep making it refresh just before he's trying to take a trade, he'll probably upgrade.
I don't dare refresh my page again because I'm just thinking it's going to do exactly the same. I'll give it a go.
Yeah, let me know if it's doing the same thing, because it's irritating me.
Yeah, still doing the same.
Wow, why is it doing this? But hey, we have a chart to look at. Thank you, CFP. Let's check this out for you.
First of the day, innit? Oh,
Second traded day.
second.
Charlie brought in a chart. It's pretty good. Okay, while we wait for this stupid GJ chart to load. Hey guys, let me know what GJ is doing as well, because I can't really see right now. Okay, GU 30 minute. After this 30-minute candle breaks, 30-minute support willing to take sells. Okay, nice. So very similar to GJ target. I like that. Yeah, perfect, man. I like that a lot. Very, very nice. I think as well, you know, I don't know if you trade 15-minute, but we were talking about on the 15-minute for GJ. Just very similar setup, looking for maybe like a minor resistance. But yeah, completely makes sense. Obviously, you're gonna have to measure the stop if you're looking for sells. But I mean, yeah, this is pretty good. Pretty good. You know what you're looking for. And I would say you're obviously not looking for buys because there's not much range. You know, there's a lot of issues over here. So yeah, pretty good. I like it. Are we back on GJ? No. I am on Chrome. This is Chrome. This is
Mine's
Google.
back on now.
Is it? Yeah.
Got it loaded, yeah.
This is Google Chrome. I don't use Microsoft Edge. Oh, there we go. Okay, so this 15-minute candle's got what, like 8 minutes left to close.
GCAD's dropping, seems like, but it didn't retest the level enough. Didn't pull back enough for me, so
Yeah.
nothing there.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna wait. I think I'm gonna do a little bit more waiting, and then because if this let's say this 15-minute candle closes bullish with no wick to the bottom, right, and the next one breaks the low, then that will flip this overall 30-minute bearish, and then it should continue moving down at that point. But still in no rush. No rush. Oh, this is the last 30 minutes of the stream as well. So maybe we're going to get the winning trade on the last 30 minutes of it. Which obviously be nice, but we'll see. So yeah, if you've liked the discussions on the stream today, you know, if you enjoy coming on, please drop a like on the stream. Really appreciate it. Yeah, looks like Euro JPY is continue moving up to our target level here that we provided. Even provided a winning trade for you guys. So anyone caught Euro JPY buys, could have been a pretty good day for you there. So yeah, still waiting to see what GCAD is doing right now. Yeah, I still feel like, you know, this 15-minute candle hasn't closed yet. So we'll see. It could do a retracement, but if it runs, it just, yeah. It is what
I used to get quiet on these quite a lot, where I'd try and get on the break of the low when it hadn't fully retested.
Yeah.
And it'd sometimes flip, and I'd always get caught out in that before, but
Yeah.
learned to not take them.
Yeah. It's pretty good. So now we're just waiting for the first 15 minutes of the 30-minute candle to close, and then we're going to get a much better idea of what we may want to see happen. How many people got it today? 65 people. Pretty good. So what is it? The last 5 minutes of the 15-minute is where it really will give you a direction. If we look at the 5 minute, I don't really like looking at the 5 minute, but it's creating a resistance. But 5 minute is a weak time frame confirmation. What's going on, Tim? GJ to 136.760. Yep, looking at the same thing. Yeah, I'd say maybe it could be this area, but in fact, let's measure this range. Yeah, I'm looking at more 690, 136, 690, but we'll see. Because I'm looking at the fact that if we go to the 30-minute, you know, this whole move was from pre-London, was from this area. So I think if we're gonna correct this move, we should mirror this candle coming down from support. So that's why I got my target there. But I like the conservative view of being able to, you know, be more. What's the word? Just be more cautious. I like cautious traders. Pretty good. So 15-minute candles got, you know, 3 minutes left. Staying bullish. So again, maybe we want to wait for a 15-minute candle to close bearish, or even a break of the low, because then the 30-minute would need to, the 30-minute time frame would need to, you know, break its own low. But then if the 30-minute closes bullish but closes below this area, then it's the same idea but just an impulse based on the 30-minute. So break of this 30-minute low, because we need, okay, so basically what that would mean is the 15-minute candle would need to close bearish but not break the low, and then that would be the next 30-minute would come down and break the low of this 30-minute to continue moving down and mirror this candle. Ooh, so as you can see, the 15-minute candle is starting to push up now. So yeah, this is why we need to take it nice and easy, man, on a Friday. You know, people in sells already. Yeah. It's difficult because we don't know how high this candle could come up before dropping. But if this candle pushes up too much, it may not give me enough. We'll see. So we've got like 1 minute left here for the 15-minute candle to close. Okay, 15-minute has broken the high of the previous 15-minute candle. So anybody in sells, you know, maybe you want to start reducing the risk a little bit, because this is the point at which it gets harder for price to continue moving down. You know, you don't want to see a full stop loss hit if your stop was above the previous 30. So just bear that in mind. You know, this is something that I would do. You know, as the candle's coming up to break the high, this is the point at which I would close positions. You know, really minimize that risk. So it looks like Euro JPY hit the target up over here that we looked at. It's pretty good. What about the GJ 4-hour wick to fill potential for buys? Well, if you're looking for a wick fill, you would need this 30-minute candle to close back above this area for price to continue moving up. But right now, it's trying to maybe close below. So here's the thing. If we look at the 15-minute now, 15-minute candle closed bullish. It did break the high. So, I mean, impulse entry could get a good stop loss. Could work out to continue down. But at the same time, it's either going to be a break of this low or a minor resistance form. So another 15-minute candle closing bearish. Because I'm a bit skeptical that, you know, potentially we could create like a bottom wick on the 15 and then start to come back up because the 15-minute candle closed bullish. But we'll see. Maybe a break of this low is going to be good for an impulse entry. Because then that would flip the overall 30-minute bearish. But if this 15-minute can't break this low or at least close bearish and it does start to come up, then the overall 30-minute may be doing a fake out to come back up in the range, and then at that point there's no sells. At that point there's no sells bias. So for me, there's definitely some potential more waiting involved, but so as you can see now, the 15-minute candle's flipping bullish, and I think if I was in sells, if it broke this high, I would close out, me personally. But you know, people have their own strategies and stuff, so it's pretty good. But I think once it breaks this high, you know, there's a much higher chance that, you know, price could come up and hit your stop, and you're saving like what, 6 pips, you know. So if it does, I don't know, that's up to other people, but I'm just saying what I would do. I'm gonna be way more confident for price to continue moving down, because then the so if the 15-minute candle closes bearish, then the 30-minute candle should be closing below this area, right? And then as the next 30-minute candle comes down to break the low, now at that point we could start to look for a sell.
It does seem, looking at the 1 hour, we could just be making another top wick.
Yeah, maybe.
We haven't actually fell yet on this hour.
Yeah, maybe. I just, you know, if you think about it, right? If this 15-minute candle had no wick and this 15-minute candle, you know, can't break the low and it comes up to break the high, in terms of probability, your the sells bias, if someone's in entries down over here, is gonna be a lot. The probability of it working out is going to be a lot lower. You know, the probability of price hitting your stop is going to be much higher. So that's the point at which I'll be looking to, you know, like reduce the risk if I was in sales. But the fact is I'm not. So I'm still waiting to see something print how I want to see it print. But we may not even get a trade on the stream here today like yesterday. It might be after the stream, because I waited all stream again for a sell, and then we caught the sell once the stream had finished. But yeah, we'll see. So, you know, as the candles are printing and as it's playing out, what I want to see now, so my new plan is I want either the 15-minute candle to close bearish, which would mean the 30-minute candle will close bullish but below this area, and then I want to take a sell once we break the low of this 30-minute. Now that would allow me to be okay if, you know, price, you know, this candle closes weak bearish and the next one just comes up and breaks the high. So we'll see. Stay for another 15-minute. I would want to, but I mean, I know Raj is streaming in 15 minutes or in 10 minutes now, so I don't know, we'll see. If the candle closes bullish, then we'll yeah, there's no sells at that point anyway, so yeah, I think we'll call it a day. If it closed bearish, maybe I'll hang on just to see. We'll see. bear me 1 sec. I'm just gonna go turn my heater off. Boiling it. See if we. Oh yeah, we got one more. See, the zombie thing didn't come up. Why is it not working? Check that out later. Okay, while we wait on GJ here, let's check out Euro JPY is continuing up. Gold. Gold is trying to create a support on the 15-minute time frame, but we maybe need to wait for the 30-minute candle to close. GCAD is doing a retracement, which is pretty good. 30 minutes doing a retracement. Let's look at the 15-minute. Okay, so this is pretty good. So I think if you're looking for sells on GCAD, a minor resistance, 30-minute candle, 15-minute maybe. But I think it's a little bit situational. But thing is, the stream's coming to a close soon. Otherwise, I would. Yeah, I think you need to see a strong 15-minute candle close bearish for any sell confirmation, or maybe even wait for a 30-minute. But oh no, we'll see. Yeah, come on guys, let's like the stream. Cheers, Sergio. We've got 60 people in here. We should have 60 likes, so I know everybody likes being here. So you know, as this 15 minutes got like nearly 5 minutes left, this is the point at which okay, yeah, so 15-minute candle has broken the high of the previous 15-minute. You know, people in sells, you do have obviously a decision to make. You have to look at the overall probability, but that's up to you. You know, I'm not going to tell anybody what to do, just advisory. If the 30-minute closed bullish, we take a buy when it breaks the high. No, I'm not gonna. If this 30-minute candle closes back above this range, then I'm calling it a day. I'm calling it a week, and I'm done. Yeah, I'm calling it a day, and that's it. That would be me done for the week. Got one trade that I'm willing to give a go, but that's literally it. Coming to the last 5 minutes of the 30-minute, last 5 minutes of the last 15-minute. So it is really important where this candle closes. All these tunes, man. like being in a rave. Yeah. Not sure, guys. Not sure if those sells are going to be valid anymore yet. Need this 15-minute candle to close below this area right here. 4 minutes for the moment of truth. Sarfaz, could you be my mentor? I can be a mentor, but obviously you have to pay for mentorship. So yeah, I'm here to give out free value, and then if people want obviously to pay for the mentoring, then that's also available. So what's going on, Ryan? So looks like the 15-minute candle is closing bearish. Closing bearish. Well, coming bearish, but we'll see if it closes bearish or not. So if it does close bearish, then I think there's a much higher chance for price to continue moving down. But I want to see a break of the low of this 30-minute candle. So 15-minute candle's coming down. We've got like 2 minutes left here. So I think at this point, no impulse entry. We're just going to wait for this 15-minute candle to close. Really important to wait for candles to close. Oh, it is coming down over here. It is going to maybe try and break the low. But I don't particularly want to enter in on the last 2 minutes of a 30-minute and a 15-minute. So yeah, I don't think that's going to be a good idea right now to take a sell.
It still hasn't broken the 30-minute low, has it? So
No. I mean, even if it does, though, it's got like, what, 1 minute? Oh, looks like it's trying to push over here. How is it doing that in the last minute? It's crazy.
it's a weird looking close on the 30 if it closes like it is.
Yeah. Stopped pretty big now anyway. I'm gonna wait for this 15-minute candle to close. If it retraces, then... Oh shit, there we go.
Might just leave.
Yeah. Well, looks like that was that. Oh no, let's see if it retraces in the last minute. Why is a sell in the last 2 minutes not a good idea? I just think, you know, if I take a sell here and it's got 2 minutes left and then it retraces, I could have got a better entry on the close of the 15-minute, you know, compared to what it's doing now. But I mean, I did anticipate once it breaks this low, it should continue down. It just happened to do it right at the last second, which is it's just so difficult to say it was going to do that, you know. And if it runs now, then I'm just going to call it a day, and it is what it is, I'm afraid. Anyway, stop's going to be pretty big unless it can... I think the only way I'd take a sell now is if the next 15-minute candle starts to come up, and then maybe get stopped above the previous 15 to continue down. But I'll see. Alright guys, I'll stay on for like another couple minutes and we'll see. What should a good stop loss for a scalper? A good stop loss for a scalper, maybe like I'd say just always look to have it above or below a previous candle, you know. So looking on the 30-minute now, you know, GJ should continue moving down at this point. But I just think yeah, stop's gonna be pretty big. What's the stop gonna be here? 12 pips. If they can come a little bit higher up, I may take a sell with less risk. The other thing as well, looking on the 30-minute, you know, it could come up, wick into this area again, and then start to drive further down. So let's see. If I can get, yeah, that's about a 10 pip stop loss. I think that's going to be pretty good. Yeah, so I've executed a smaller position here, right over here, keeping the stop loss tight above the previous 15, which is also the 30-minute, and then expecting this 15-minute candle to continue moving down.
I basically got in off it reacting to the 15-minute area to the left.
Yeah.
Just like that small top wick.
Yeah, I think if this plays out, it's going to be pretty good just to end the week here. But it's a smaller position anyway, so I just got a one lot to finish today. Yeah, I'll wait for this candle to like do its thing, and then if the 15-minute can't, you know, come down, then I'm just probably just gonna close the trade like early, and then we'll see what happens. Yeah, I definitely think this 15-minute candle should continue moving down anyway. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't get in over here, to be honest with you, because like it was the last like minute of the candle, and just yeah, wasn't liking it. Yeah, it's a big 5-minute, big candle. And I'll give this trade one opportunity, and if it doesn't play out, I'm gonna call it a day. There'll be no second chance. Just a small position for price to continue moving down, and then I'm gonna call it a day here, call it a week. We should have a really good week. This will be a nice trade to end the week as well if it does play out. Just need this 15-minute candle to flip, and then we should be heading downtown.
Looks good, doesn't it?
Yep,
This is good.
pretty good. Yeah, once it breaks this low, then we're gonna.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go. So it's pretty good. Yeah, so at this point I'm up about 5 pips already. So
Oh, about 6.
yeah, if it comes back to my entry at this point, yeah, I'm gonna close 50% because I'm gonna be really risk. Be really good with the risk here. You know, Friday. I don't care if it's a winning or losing trade. I care if it's a losing trade, not if it's a winning trade. So if it continues in my direction, then it's good. If it doesn't, then we're going to close some positions. So I think at this point, price should continue moving down. And then we're going to have a nice, it's pretty good, 7 pips. I might even just close it at like 8 pips, 9 pips, and then just call it a day, man. So at this point, I'm gonna bring my stops to break even. You know, I'm not gonna want to take a loss on a Friday, and then if it runs, it runs. That's it.
GCAD's just dropping as well. Didn't get anything on that.
Yeah, I see that. I see that. So it looks like it didn't really. Yeah, that was pretty tough.
Yeah.
Pretty tough. But yeah, it is what it is, mate. I'm afraid. Yeah, this 30-minute candle has no real business coming back up to this area now. It should just fill this range. So I'm just gonna let this position run at break even. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out. It is what it is. If I don't, then you can have a nice sell over here. There we go. GJ's pushing down. Come on, GJ. I know you can do it. So we waited all stream for this trade, man. Again, teaching that art of patience.
Yeah, long wait today.
Yeah, long wait. Let me get a little
It's
video.
messing about for a while, wasn't it?
There we go.
Yeah, I'm out. 11 pips. Got that penny lot on.
Nice, mate. Love that.
That's 2 trades and 2 wins with that so far.
It's pretty good. I've still got this
Bad.
one lot running, and I'm gonna close now.
Yeah.
Close positions. 10 pips. Secured 10 pips here. And I'm gonna call it a day. Wow, what a week, man.
Nice.
What a week. So guys, if you caught this trade, drop a like on the stream. You know, this was a perfect trade. We waited all stream for this, man. Waited all stream. Secured,
Very nice, thank you.
no worries, Sergio. Secured
Well done
everything
today, mate.
down over here. Secured 10 pips. So I just made £100 on a Friday. What more do you want?
76p.
Yeah. Go treat yourself to a coffee.
I will, mate.
Or go
Yeah,
get
a few
yourself
sweets.
go get yourself a donut.
What a way to start the weekend.
Oh, I know. Yeah, go. Especially if you made some profits, man. Go here up tonight in the clubs. Yeah, no worries. All right, thank you guys.
Thank you, mate.
We're gonna call it a day here. So
Yeah,
if you did
cheers.
catch this stream,
Yeah.
you know, please drop a like on the stream. I hope everybody caught these sales. We waited all day for this. No, I haven't left the runner. I've closed everything. I'm gonna call it a day. I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of my day. I'm gonna go enjoy my weekend. So yeah, thanks everybody. Really appreciate everybody coming down.
See you later, everyone.
Yep. Thank you,
Take
Sergio.
care, guys.
Thank you, Kelsey. We'll see you on Monday morning. So yeah, thanks guys. Thanks everybody in the YouTube, and we'll see you back Monday 9 o'clock GMT. Thank you guys. We'll see you all next week. Appreciate it a lot.